Hello, my friends. This is May the 15th, and this is a reading for you. If this is your birth date, this is a four-card pull to cover the year to follow. It's approximately 7 to 10 minutes long. I do psychic readings and I do healing work and have been doing it for 38 years professionally. Check out my credits. I do internet work as well as I do on site work in my place in Albuquerque, New Mexico. So this is I said, a four-card reading, possibly 7 to 10 minutes long. Uh, a general energy card for the year to follow, a challenge you might face this year, an action you could take to stay in balance, and an outcome or synopsis card. This is the general energy card of the year, the judge. So what does the judge ask you to reflect upon? Well, the judge, is usually that sense of the highest judge is one of great discernment, great ability to listen to all sides of some kind of argument and to come down in a place that really takes into consideration, if they can, all sides and find a balanced and fair an equal response. Now, the other side of the judge is if the judge is coming from a narrow place or has an agenda or can't see can't seem to hear one side versus the other side or sides, and takes a precedence and doesn't go deep enough to listen uh, for the understanding that one needs in order to make a fair and impartial and unprejudiced reading on something. So this is all about your judge, your inner judge, or maybe it's an outer judge. Maybe you're facing something that someone could judge harshly, and you're afraid of that judgment coming down on you. So there's a lot of ways to look at the judge. And it's generally about fairness, and is it being fair, or are you being fair, and what does that mean? So here is your particular challenge. Three of Pentacles. Well, Three of Pentacles, in the business of making something that you hope will prosper. Often about money, often about your body, often about your physical resources. Pentacles, three, and you've created some kind of baby. A one and a two get together to create a three. So maybe this is a product you've made. Maybe this is a lifestyle that you're creating. Maybe this is a home or a business that you're creating out of your vision, out of your first visioning. And you brought things yourself or other people together to create something, or you put talents together to create something. But something is created, or it's near to creation. What's your challenge then? I think it's the judge. It's the judge in you that's afraid that other people are going to judge it as not up to par. It's the judge within yourself that judges something possibly as not really up to par, and not really knowing what to do except plod along, or to negate it entirely and do something else. And I think that's kind of your sense of your question. What do I do now? I'm not. I can't get into this right now. Something's either blocking me, I'm blocking me, or someone outside of me is blocking me. Some external judge that says, no, you can't proceed. No, I'm not giving you funding. No, I don't believe in your cause. No, I can't listen to you. And are you saying that to yourself? So this is the action you need to take to figure out what direction you need to go. Wild boar. Well, wild boar is has a lot of different aspects. Wild boar just kind of tears into things. It's a lot like the alligator. They're gonna live life, and they're not gonna let things stop them, and they're gonna push their way through things, and they're gonna satiate themselves, whatever that means. Wild boar is often associated with Pisces on some level. Just filling oneself with pleasure and experience and life and juice, and facing the ramifications as they come along, but living life fully is also fecundity. The ability to create. So I think this is saying just keep creating, create, get into your life, fill yourself up, go have some pleasure, go have some fun, go give yourself some joy. Go experience something other than what your dang head is saying, or what somebody else's dang head is saying, and just go create, and you'll find your path. You'll find the thing that really speaks to you in your heart. You'll make it happen. You'll find that thing that creates your money, or creates your wealth, or creates your physical body in the way that you want it, or creates your resources, or creates your physical reality in some place that feels like you're really working hard at it, and working hard to understand it, and you're developing talents in it, and you have good gifts to bring to it. Well, that's all what Pisces is about. Pisces, Pentacles is about, and it's about practice, patience, and up against who, the boar, who just doesn't practice. I mean, they just do put push, create. So I think there's a lot of this that's saying, don't worry about the opinions. Don't worry about your own opinion. Don't worry about others people's opinions. As long as you're creating, as long as you're putting your heart and your soul into something, as long as you're putting your physical reality, your gifts, your talents, bringing others together, bringing other resources together to create some kind of physical reality that appeals to you, you're going to be fine. Here's your outcome or synopsis card. Uh, you know, live from your heart, buddy. Uh, Whoever you are, buddy. Uh, Man, woman, whoever you are, buddy. Live from your heart. If you're living from your heart, if you're living from what feels good in your heart, if you're putting your heart into something, you got to trust it. You got to trust it has its power, its truth, its possibilities, its glory. If it's done with love, boy, I don't think you can stop it, and you'll keep tweaking it, you'll keep moving it, you'll keep changing it, you'll keep fixing it so that you can rise to a 9 of Pentacles or a 10 of Pentacles and be prosperous in it. If that's the right thing to do, then on some level maybe it's not the right thing to do to jump into it. But I think being the wild boar and producing, you will find the thing that you want to create, and it will become something that's lucrative for you, and it'll become something that I think gives you a good sense of heart. But you have to follow your heart. I think that's the wild boar says. You have to follow your heart. Sometimes following your heart means following your pleasure, and in that winding road of discernment, do you understand that oh, this was a pleasure that was not so painful and created bad responses, or this was a pleasure that was very wonderful and created good responses, and I can keep pushing forward and creating it and feeling connected to it, and living my heart's dream out of it. And I think that's primarily what this is about: living your heart's dream, not judging yourself so harshly and poorly right now, not let other people's opinions stop you from giving what you're giving and what you're learning, and just jumping into it like the wild boar, and stop the yakety yak of the internal judge that wants to harshly criticize everything, and give yourself some love, and give yourself some grace, and just let yourself play. Aho.